Hello and welcome back. Today's idioms are yes man, dark horse, sharp cookie, copycat, and bookworm. Let's go ahead and get started. Do you think that yes man is a person who loves to read? Do you think it's someone who does something to imitate another person? Do you think it's a person who is intelligent and not easily fooled? No. A yes man. Do you think it's a person who is secretive? Little is known about him or her? No. Yes man is a person who agrees with everything that someone says. It's like the person in the office that when the boss comes in and he says something, that person is always in agreement with him. Even if he doesn't believe what the boss is saying. Even if his mind is different. Even if his thoughts are different than the boss's, he always says yes to the boss. He's the type of person that has no integrity in himself. He's only trying to move up the ladder by being a yes man. So let's move on to the next one. Dark horse. Dark horse is a person who is secretive. Little is known about him or her. Usually a dark horse relates to a person in sporting events that is really hiding who they really are. For instance, in a boxing match, maybe it's someone who has never been seen boxing before, but everybody is kind of scared of them because they don't know who they are and they think they're hiding something. That's a dark horse. Or in fact, a new person comes to work and he comes in, everybody's looking at him and he seems to be a secretive person. You really don't know who he is. That's a dark horse. And how about a sharp cookie? Well, this is a person who is intelligent and not easily fooled. So this person is the type of person who isn't easily tricked by others. So you could say, Jackie, she's a real smart cookie. She's really smart. And copycat. This is a person who does something to imitate another person. So we could say that copycat is a person who is copying another person's work in school, or a copycat is a person, maybe let's say a science lab, copying another person's work, or maybe it's a person who copies another person's website. Who knows? That's a copycat. And bookworm. And here's the little bookworm. See him down here? He always has his head in the middle of the books. So let's go through some graphics. Let's go with yes man first, right? And let's go ahead and have a look here. We have yes man. For instance, the person who's always saying yes, right? And you get the general idea, right? Like this one, look at this one. He's always saying yes to the boss, to the big cheese, like we learned earlier, right? And let's see if we have another yes man. See, like here. Would you please send in one of my yes men to break this tie? So it's the boss. He's asking for one of those people that always agrees with him to come in and break the tie. So that's the idea about yes men. And how about dark horse? Now, dark horse is a very interesting idiom. Let's go ahead and read this together. What's wrong with James? No idea. He's a bit of a dark horse. You never know what he's up to. And how about this one, the explanation? If someone is a dark horse, they are a bit of a mystery, and we don't know how they will react or perform. So that's a person who's a dark horse, right? And here's another one. Has a lot more capabilities than he or she shows or that people are aware of. That's a dark horse. So there you go. Now let's go ahead and move on to sharp cookie. Now remember, we went through tough cookie, right? And that's a person who can handle stress and situations, hard situations very easily. Now smart cookie is a smart person. It can be even a smart child, in fact. Also a smart cookie. Oh, look at this one right here. One smart cookie. That Jack guy, he created the most important software this year, right? And basically that's the idea. It's a very smart person. That's a smart cookie. Exactly. So let's go ahead and move on to copycat. And here, look at this one. A copycat. It's used to describe a person who copies another person's work. Now, what they're showing here is in school, but there are also copycats in the workplace. You may have a person who's watching exactly what you're doing so they can steal your idea. And some businesses are just copycat businesses. What they do is they copy other businesses and then they do the same thing in their business. Kind of cheating, right? Or maybe not. Who knows? But the idea is that a copycat is a person who imitates another person and usually is stealing or cheating from the other person. Now, look at this funny example here of copycat. You can see the cat, and he's looking at the dog, and he's like, "Why are you copying me? You're a copycat." Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and move on to bookworm. Right, and this one's pretty self-explanatory. Anyone who has their head stuck in a book all the time, right? That's a bookworm. And you may know people who are similar to these idioms. People who are always reading. That would be a bookworm. So associate the person with the idiom. And if you associate the person with the idiom, then it'll be easier to remember it. So associate someone for bookworm. Associate someone for copycat, right? Associate someone for smart cookie, right? And go ahead and associate someone for a dark horse, or somebody who's mysterious, right? And associate someone as a yes man, right? Someone who's always saying yes to the boss, right? Excellent. I really enjoyed doing these idioms with you, and I hope that you enjoyed them. And if you liked the video, if it was helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to be producing these videos regularly. So watch my channel and go ahead and subscribe. And if you like, check out my other websites. They're in the description below. Bye-bye. Take care.